open it up to 60 for them, like you're gonna get some people in that open
right,
or in that regional that wouldn't even come close to going into the North American or European one. So
right, right. So it's tough. I get that, like, there's some really, really talented people in Australia. Like, there's no question. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
and there's still they added those
Look,
two strength of field spots. So
yep, yep,
you
yep.
know,
That's pretty cool. I like that.
and they nixed the online qualifiers, so no more second chances to get into that now.
Nope,
Yeah, so it's
there's
more of
not.
that
That's true.
semifinal is truly the semifinal, and even if you don't finish in the
Hmm.
qualifying spot, if you perform well, you have a chance. So
Right.
it's just
That's
based on
that's
your
good, and I think
semifinal
that's
now,
good because then,
not completely erasing your
right, and it's
semifinal.
massively important. Absolutely, and it's massively important that they're going and they went the route of like consistent programming all across all semifinals, because
Yeah,
then there's no like, oh, this one was slanted towards me or towards him or towards her. It's like everyone has to do the same stuff, so it is what it is.
yeah, it's how you perform.
So I would looked it up. I was wrong. There was 464 male athletes who did the quarterfinals. But
Okay.
if we compare that to, let's compare it to North America men, there was 3,464. So literally 3,000 more males competed in the quarterfinals than in Oceania. And if
So
you look at Europe, let's see, check out Europe real quick. Europe had 2,005 athletes that competed in the quarterfinals. So way more. I mean, way more. So, like, if anything, Europe is the one that's like kind of frustrated because it's like that's over 50% of what North America had. 2,000 is
mhm,
more than 50%. So, but they're only getting 50% of the athletes that they possibly could.
right.
So Europe might be frustrated, but Australia, you can't get that fired up about it. You gotta get more athletes to do it.
Yes.
It's just the way it goes. Yeah, and then we touched on the other big change that they all have the same workouts,
Yeah.
which is huge. I think it's
Needed to
huge for
happen.
the sport. There's
Yeah.
no needed to happen. Like, it was fun little experiment that they did, but in order to get the correct athletes to the CrossFit Games, you have to have consistent tests.
Exactly.
So something that had to happen, just the way it goes. Let's see, and then nothing changed for the CrossFit Games except that they moved locations to Alabama.
Yeah. Right. And
So
that's
that's
happening
pretty
in
cool. New
2024.
venue.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Oh yeah, it's not till 2024. It is
Yeah.
gonna be so hot in Alabama. I cannot like.
Dude,
Holy
in
cow!
August. Yeah.
It's gonna be like 100 degrees in August in Alabama.
It would
Like,
be tough to do a lot of outdoor
imagine them
workouts.
doing like, yeah, like imagine them going up on a rig that's black, that's been out on the sun all like, oh my gosh,
Yeah. All their outdoor
that's
workouts will
gonna be
have to be
so hot.
bright and early, right in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, bright and early or way at night. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. The heat is gonna make a major impact on those athletes, but that's still for 2 years. We can't worry about that too much.
No.
So overall thoughts on the changes, Kobe? What are you thinking?
I think as a whole, it benefits CrossFit, benefits the game season for everybody. It's we talked about some groups not being as happy about it, but I think it's a step in the right direction. It is. I think it gives a better, more consistent type of testing to find out
Mm-hmm.
who is at the top of the CrossFit world. And there's less
Mm-hmm.
question marks of, well, if this didn't happen or this didn't happen. There's more uniformity across it, and that's always better when you're looking at the testing that's coming out from it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like at the end of the day, like the top, top 5, top 10 at the CrossFit Games, it doesn't matter what happens,
No.
they're going to be there. But for all the people that are on the bubble, this is important. So at some points, I understand people saying like, "Oh, the top will win." Justin Medeiros, Tia, they'll always filter to the top for sure.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, the sport is not just for the best in the game.
Right.
Like football, baseball, basketball. It's not like nothing matters in the sport except LeBron James, or nothing in the sport matters in the sport except Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or whoever.
It's the whole sport.
It's a sport for everybody, so you need to worry about everybody that's involved. And I think that the Open is great. 3 weeks is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, as long as they have a strength event this year, it will be a great test.
Yes.
Last year, not having a strength event was just a miss.
That was
At the end of the day, you need to have something.
Interesting.
Right. That's part of a test, so you need to have that.
Yes.
The quarterfinals seem to be good, except I really don't like the team part of making them be in the team,
Right.
and making them go during the week. I think it's a terrible choice, but
It makes it tougher for that bubble.
whatever. Yeah, but really good for the age groups, like the teens who are trying to go to school.
Yeah.
Like they can't just be like, "Oh, I guess they can skip school," but like they're 15.
Yeah.
Asking them to do like events during the week is just unfair. So that's awesome that they're during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Individual is the same for the quarters. I think the quarters is the quarters. It's fine. I think that'd be cool this year if they did like a 2-part event. So they had like their 5 tests, but like one of the tests was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Throw a little bit different than they're just 5 scores, 5 tests. I think it'd be fun to change it up a little bit. But overall solid. Semifinals. I think the North American semifinals are going to be awesome to watch. I think the Europe semifinals is going to be awesome to watch. And having them have the same tests. It's perfect.
Yes.
And then the games is the game. So overall, I like it.
Step in the
From
right
that.
direction.
So I think that's what we got.
Boom.
I think that's all we got. So I'm Nicholas.
And I'm Jacob, and this is the Whole Perspective. Thanks for watching.